Tuesday, April 8th, back with another Chef's Kiss, my podcast. I'm doing this one solo today. I want to start talking more about Phillies because the Phillies obviously are my team now. They have been for the past 4 years since I've moved here, and they're the team I follow closest. They're a team I love now. So I want to talk about them and basically just kind of do these once in a while, maybe once a week, where I'm kind of just breaking down Philly stuff because I'm sick and tired of the radio. I'm sick and tired WIP, the Fanatic, not everybody, but a lot of the guys. I think they just conjure up a lot of bullshit. They try and come up with issues just so they can fill 4 freaking hours on the radio. So I'm tired of it. Just because you're on the radio doesn't mean you know anything, right? Now I have podcast equipment, so I'm going to talk and do the same kind of thing. And hopefully you like it. If not, you can kiss my feet. So, Phillies, last series against the Dodgers. I thought the Dodgers were unbeatable. Wasn't what that was everybody was saying at the beginning of the season? They're going to win 120 games. It's unfair. They have deferred money. Nobody can beat them. They come to Philadelphia and get beat 2 out of 3 games. Jesus Luzardo throws a gem. Also, shout out Luzardo's mom. If you know, you know. Jesus Luzardo, awesome addition to this rotation. And this is kind of what the Phillies did. The Phillies bought low on injury-prone players or players coming off of injury. They did it with Luzardo, they did it with Romano, and they did it with Kepler. So Luzardo already showing how great of an addition he is going to be to this rotation. His stuff is nasty. His velocity was up. He looked really good in his last 2 starts. So you gotta respect the Phillies for having that mentality and going to buy these players, buy low on players who have a high upside, and you're not going to hit on all of them, right? We obviously have questions about Jordan Romano, and we're going to get to that here shortly. But I just wanted to go over the Dodgers series. The thing I took away the most was the patience by the Phillies lineup, and they get criticized a lot for that, especially in the postseason, for a lot of chase, a lot of swing and miss stuff, right? Very little chase. They were very patient, especially facing Tyler Glasnow, who is one of the best pitchers in baseball. 3 swing and misses against Tyler Glasnow during his start. Tyler Glasnow's got nasty stuff. He had a very hard time finding the strike zone. Maybe some calls didn't go his way that should have been called strikes, but it doesn't matter. Phillies very disciplined at the plate. That's what I loved to see the most. That's what I took away. That's what I was happiest about, was their approach at the plates. And you can, cherry pick and pick apart, he wasn't patient. He wasn't patient, blah, blah, blah. But overall, like I said, to lay off of Tyler Glasnow stuff, to have very little swing and miss, it was great to see. Phillies take 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers. Dodgers took their first 2 losses. Not going to say I called it, but I called it. Made a video before that series. I said they're going to catch their first L, maybe 2, at the bank. Sure enough, that's what happened. So Dodger series was impressive. I know it's April. I don't care. Having that confidence going throughout the rest of the season, knowing we can hang with the champs. We took 2 out of 3 against them. And it's not like the Dodgers are missing. Obviously, Freddie Freeman, right? It's one guy. And sure, he is very impactful. But it's not like the Dodgers were banged up. We saw their best hitting. We saw Sasaki. We saw Glasnow. So it was just very motivating, very exciting to see that, hey, I don't care how much you spent in the offseason. Baseball has the most parity out of any sport. That's why we haven't seen a repeat World Series champ since 2000. I believe it was the Yankees. Over 2 decades, right? Almost 3 decades. Football, not like that. Baseball has the most parity. That's why it doesn't matter how much money you spend, how much you defer, all that crap, right? So that was awesome. Great to see that. Here are some points that have been brought up recently. Okay? Got to talk about Edmundo Sosa. Edmundo Sosa has been electric. I'm just going to pull up his stats here if I can. but he's been hitting over 500. Every opportunity that he gets, he's making a huge impact. This season, 20 at-bats, 11 hits. He's hitting 550, 1.321 OPS. I mean, the guy is awesome when he plays. He is the best bench player in baseball. He's a starting second baseman on a lot of other teams, right? So, question is, how are we going to get him involved? How are we going to find him in the lineup more often than not? Okay? And the lineups just came out for today. And Sosa's starting in left field. So he will be playing left field today. I think he's hitting 7th, something like that. But he's playing left field today, so Kepler will not play. You can plug in Sosa in left. He could play center. He could play second. He could play short. So it's going to come down to who's really struggling. Bryson Stott. I don't think Bryson Stott has done enough to where he is inclined or he's earned playing time every single day. Nothing against the guy. Plays great defense. So does Sosa. Having a hot bat, you can't sit him. You can't have your hottest bat on the team sitting on the bench because you can't find a spot for him. There's nobody, Marsh, Kepler, Stott, none of those guys have done anything to solidify themselves as an everyday player. So, very happy to see Rob plugging him in left field today. Awesome. That's great to see. I want to see Sosa more. I put out a video today. My pitches love Sosa. Awesome. Great job on that. Jordan Romano. Now, this is where we were talking about buying low on players with a high upside. Now, you're not going to hit every time, right? Looks like they hit on Luzardo already. That was a win. Jordan Romano. Shoulder surgery. Don't know if he's going to be the same pitcher he was before. Velocity down. He was interviewed saying it's like he's rearing back trying to throw it and it's just not there. I mean, you don't want to hear that. I hope he's not hurt. I hope he's not trying to cover up any kind of injury that he sustained. But losing your velocity after a shoulder surgery, that's hard to say. Shoulder surgery is not good. Your velocity is not there. He said he's rearing back, trying to find it, and it's just not there. Jordan Romano has 4 innings pitched, and he's given up what? He's got a 15.75 ERA. Where's the 7 earned runs? In 4 innings pitched, he's given up 7 earned runs. Granted, 5 of those are to the Dodgers. I will cut you some slack. Dodgers obviously have a stellar lineup. But if we're going to rely on you for high leverage situations, you just can't do it. I don't want to see Romano in any kind of high leverage situation. I think they already said Kerkering is going to be saved for the later innings, Strom, and Alvarado. That's going to be the 3 keys right there. 7, 8, 9, Kirk, Strom, Alvarado. That's who we can trust right now. And Ruiz, too. I think Ruiz flies under the radar. Nobody talks about him. I really like him. He's been awesome. So Jordan Romano may be cooked. Okay? We'll see. Here was the other thing. WIP put out something to say, what are you more concerned about? Romano or Alec Bohm? These idiots. Said Alec Bohm. Okay? You don't watch the Phillies if you're concerned about Alec Bohm. You can be concerned about his maturity. You can be concerned about how he acts, how he throws tantrums, how he acts like a baby. It's all valid. He puts that out there. I mean, we look at it. It's visible. So if you want to be pissed off about that, that's fine. Alec Bohm is a certified baller, dude. Okay? So I'm not going to tolerate any hate for Alec Bohm. We're 9 games into the season. Okay, last year, Alec Bohm had the second most doubles in the NL. Second most doubles in the National League. I think Ezekiel Tovar only had more. 95th percentile in expected batting average and squared up percentage. He's squaring the ball up real good. Even this season now, Only Schwarber has more barrels per plate appearance. Schwarber and then Alec Bohm. Alec Bohm, 8.3 barrels per plate appearance percentage. 8.3. Only Schwarber has more. So even this season, he is squaring the ball up real well. And what does that translate to? Fucking extra base hits all day. 95th percentile expected batting average and squared up percentage last year. 92nd percentile in K percentage. That's top 8 in baseball in K percentage. That means he does not strike out. That is what you want from a 3-hitter or 4-hitter. Not striking out, putting the ball in play. Sure, he swings at a lot of first pitches. He's an aggressive hitter. Who cares? I want you swinging at your pitch. If it's in the zone and you can handle it, swing it, whether it's the first pitch or the 5th. I don't care. Doesn't strike out. That is key. Guys on base in front of you, you want the ball in play, and that's what he does. He hit 280 and had a 780 OPS last season. Okay? We're 9 games into the season. People are already writing him off. So I'm not a fan of that because Alec Bohm is one of the guys who has solidified himself in this lineup. You can talk about his defense if you want. That's fine. It's nothing outstanding. But in the lineup, it's hard to find another guy who can produce those numbers. Just finding him in a trade, finding him, anywhere. So give him some time. It's 9 games into the season. I'm willing to wait a little bit before we all jump on Alec Bohm because the guy's a certified baller, right? We got Weston Wilson. Weston Wilson, friend of the podcast, actually. Weston Wilson was on our last podcast. If you want to go ahead and give that a listen. My mic wasn't working, so, technical difficulties. Weston Wilson starts a rehab today with the Thrashers. These are good problems to have. That's another outfielder who's working his way back. Kepler's an option out there. Sosa is an option out there. Weston Wilson is rehabbing. And I like Weston Wilson. Dude mashes. So these are all good things, problems to have. Too much talent and not enough positions. These are all great things. Atlanta series. This is, we could not be playing Atlanta at a better time than right now. Atlanta has 1 win. They have 1 win. Phillies are heading down there tonight for a series against Atlanta. This is when you want to catch them because you can't win the division in April, but you can lose it in April for sure. We got Wheeler, Walker, and Luzardo. Taijuan Walker, what a surprise, man. Shocks the world like a phoenix rising from the ashes in his last start. So we get Wheels against Sale tonight. It's going to be awesome. This is must-watch television. Chris Sale in his last 2 outings, he went 5 innings each, 6 earned runs in 10 innings pitched. I think it was 3-3, if I'm not mistaken. But his last 2 starts went 5 innings each, 6 earned runs. So he's getting a little tagged. And that's what you want to see. There is a little bit of, I know he won the Cy Young last season. Not going to replicate the same season he had last year. I just think historically, players that have won the Cy Young coming back the next season, it's just too hard to replicate that season again. So we get Wheels tonight, we get Walker tomorrow, and then Luzardo again. So we take 2 out of 3 again. Phillies haven't lost a series this season yet, so it's been awesome. Keep an eye out for that. Anybody on the Braves right now? Nobody is hitting over 242. Michael Harris, the second, hitting 242. Nobody else is hitting over 242. Austin Riley, 143. Matt Olson, 233. Ozuna, 240. Albies, 194. Albies not even hitting his weight. So this is the time that you want to play a division rival when they are struggling. 1-8 right now, 5th in the NL East. Go down there and beat them up. Beat them up while they're down and out. Kick them in the teeth. That's all I got for today. I'm going to start doing a couple more of these because I love talking about the Phillies. Whether I got someone to talk to or not, I'm going to talk about it. There was a couple good topics I wanted to discuss. Like I said, Sosa, got to find a position for him. He's playing left tonight. Romano, is he cooked? I don't know. Time will tell, but it's not looking good. Phillies don't waste any time going out and getting another reliever. Do not wait until the trade deadline anytime soon. If we saw enough from Romano, another 3 weeks, and we see the same stuff, got to go get somebody. Do not waste any time. And that is one thing that I will credit the Phillies for this season. I don't think they're messing around. Stubbs, love Stubby. Is he the backup catcher you want? No. They brought Marchand on instead. And I know he had an option, and that definitely played into it. But these kind of moves, I think we're Sosa in left tonight. We are seeing, hey, we're not playing the favorites game anymore. We're not doing the vibe stuff. We need to win right now. We need to win now, and we need to change some things. And they're doing it. And I think it's awesome. So again, vibes are high. I'm a positive kind of guy, so I'm not gonna, shit on these guys like the entire radio stations do, because those guys are friggin' chumps. But yeah, those were a couple of things I wanted to talk about today. It's been 16 minutes. I think it's nice and easy to digest. Go and watch Wheels versus Sale tonight. It's gonna be must-watch TV. It's gonna be awesome. And we'll do this. I'll do this again. I think I'm going to start doing some more of these like Phillies breakdowns, because I want to cut some of them up for socials. I want to, just hear more about what you guys have to think about the Phillies and stuff like that. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Watch the Phils tonight. I will talk to you soon.